Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, March 14th, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is I allow the universe to guide me through the changes. And I have a triumph to share with you all. So a few weeks ago, I was like, I feel a Barry Manilow song coming through. It's not Barry Manilow, but I finally figured out what the song was. Because songs start playing in my head whether I know them or not, where I may have distantly heard them when I look at certain astro aspects. And today, that same song came through. And I was able to get a better grasp on the lyrics so that I could pull it up. And it's actually the song Windmills of Your Mind. And I'm just going to read a few of these because this is so perfect for the astro energy this week. Round like a circle in a spiral, like a wheel within a wheel, never ending or beginning on an ever-spinning reel, like a snowball down a mountain or a carnival balloon, like a carousel that's turning, running rings around the moon, like a clock whose hands are sweeping past the minutes of its face, and the world is like an apple whirling silently in space, like the circles that you find in the windmills of your mind. That's actually the lyric that finally came through today when I looked at this astro energy. And there's many different versions of it, and I still don't know what version of that I ever heard. I feel like I did a dance set in high school. But this is where we are at. This week's energy and today's energy. Today, we actually have Mars reaching 25 degrees, which is the degree that Mars went retrograde back in October. So we're about to move out of Mars retrograde shadow. And let me ask you, what have you learned since October? In fact, what have you learned since Mars went into Gemini in August? Where have you been called to make changes, which is part of the energy of Gemini? Where have you been called to make changes in your mind? Where are you taking responsibility? Where are you taking agency of your mind? Agency is the word. To take agency kept popping up as I look at this energy. Now, we have a few more days, we'll say a few more days, where Mars is like finishing up this shadow. And we have about 12 days until Mars shifts out of Gemini and into Cancer. And this week, holy moly, this week, all of the mutable energy is definitely having us check in, where does that information come from? And does it feel contrived? Does it feel aligned? Is this important for me to know? What am I meant to do with this information? How much illusion is filtering through in this information? And that's very specific to today and tomorrow, and I would even say Thursday energy. So today, the big astro energy would be Mars squaring Neptune. So Mars meeting up with Neptune, as it has, this is its third pass of connecting to Neptune via a square in this path since August. And Neptune brings that illusion. And Gemini energy, just in general, I say this as a Gemini rising, I say this as somebody who has lived it and has learned from this and still has to watch myself. Gemini energy is ready to give agency, is ready to give authority over to somebody who they think knows more than they do, who could be basically anyone. It could even be a polywog, because Gemini is just open that way, which is lovely and wonderful, and sometimes we can learn from a polywog, for reals. But sometimes the polywog has false information, and that's part of this Neptune energy. Neptune in Pisces, we can use our illusion, we can daydream, we can create, and so can others. And others can also use that illusion towards us, right? To illusion us, to get us to go in the direction that they want. That's part of the Pisces energy, right? It's in the flow, but whose flow are you in? This is a call to Saturn and Pisces. being our own agent, being in our own agency, being our own personal authority, allowing the authority of the universe to cut through the fog, to cut through the illusion, to cut through the windmills of your mind, right? Okay, but today may feel a little confusing with these energies. Should I stay or should I go now? That's very much the mutable cross energy. Which way do I go? If I stay, there may be trouble. If I go, there may be double, or, flip-flop, reverse it, right? We are in this energy, and your work is not to do what they are doing, or he's doing, or what the elephant is doing. That animal was not purposeful or meant to be any political party. Elephant is just what popped into my head. I don't even, please do not. So, or what the sloth is doing over there. How about that? Nobody's associated with the sloth. Anyway, it's not about following in anybody else's footsteps, but listening to your highest guidance. Now, Mars and Neptune is just one of the squares. We also have the moon squaring Mercury. Moon in Sagittarius, which has these very high ideals, but can get caught up in those beliefs and dogma. And to be fair, the vision card is in reverse. We may not have a clear vision of which way to go in this. And there may be a reason for that, right? The sun and the moon are going to square. So again, Sagittarius and Pisces. I have this strong intuitive feeling, but my beliefs don't necessarily support this strong intuitive feeling. My beliefs that I'm going to be okay no matter what, or my intuition that I will be okay no matter what doesn't necessarily match up with my beliefs of the dumpster fire world, right? So, we have to find our personal center, our personal middle ground in this energy. It keeps going on. The moon is then going to come in later in the evening and square both Neptune and Mars. It can be really easy to be magnetized off your path by this Neptune illusion energy. It can be very easy in this energy to become incongruent with your highest alignment. In fact, I found myself praying last night as I went to bed, and as I woke up today, how can I be in my highest alignment at this time? And I encourage you to keep connecting in, especially when you feel the confusion. This energy is confusion. It is the windmills of your mind. How can I be in my highest alignment? And listen. And we get impatient and we want to act and we react because we're humans. And yet, try to be steady and watch for where people are feeding the fear. Keep in mind, we are leaning into the Taurus energy. Yes, there are changes that have to happen, and change is not easy for us or for the Taurus. And yet, look at this card. Smack dab in the center of my cards for today, the Patience card. Do not move the way fear moves you. Move the way love moves you. And I'm laughing as I think of a friend who said, the way love moves me makes me want to roll in the dirt and be a dirty hippie. And that is said with love. So, move the way love moves you. Be patient. Drop in. This energy can spin you out. Your mind can spin you out in this energy. And confusion can run amok. Amok, amok, amok. Amok, 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 amok. So much muckness happening right now. Find your center. Find your center in the spinning. Move in your flow. Own your personal agency. Own your power. Own your control. Own your decisions. Make them aligned with your highest value. And that is the way to move through this energy. I love that I also have the Courage card. Stay in the realm of your heart. Don't move the way fear moves. Move the way love makes you move. And what happens? Healing on a larger level. But This energy is not easy, and it's building. The Sun and Neptune conjunction is going to happen Wednesday later in the day. And while this energy is beautiful and make-a-wish energy, it also can heighten that illusion. Watch for the fear waves and don't jump on the fear waves. Find the love waves, surf those love waves. So I'm going to leave that here for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values and let that highest value be love. Namaste.